class, welcome to week 2. Week 2 will follow our normal pattern. You've got 2 topics. We'll talk about business model and idea generation, and then we'll talk about demand and competition. You'll jump into project 1 this week. Note that it is not due this week. It says due at the end of the week. This is the introduction to it. This will actually take you to week 4 when it is due. But this is the instruction for project 1, and you'll definitely want to start on that this week. Going into next week, I mentioned this in one of the earlier videos, but the project 1 is a little bit more time intensive than the other projects, so make sure to spend some time on project 1, and then you'll have your first weekly reflection. So let's go into our first topic, business model and idea generation. We will spend the first couple weeks here talking about how to come up with a business idea, what the different options are for your business. So we'll read through the case of the online business, and this is where you'll spend a lot of your time here. A fun-filled fact for you: this was my Elders Quorum president back in my BYU Idaho days. His name was Rafa, fantastic guy. Happy to see his picture still making around the circuit at BYU Idaho. But that's neither here nor there. We're on to the case of online business. Essentially, we have some friends here that are together and trying to come up with a business idea, and you are going to form part of this team. So you can read through the case of the online business part 1. There will be a part 2 to this later on, and we'll spend some time going through this. And the assignment this week will help you read through this and reason through how you would approach a specific problem. Step 2 will describe that problem that you will consider. You're going to make a recommendation to the group where you pretend you're a 4th member of the group, and you'll discuss whether to choose a business model first or to brainstorm product ideas to fit in a business model. Or excuse me, the business model first or the product idea first. That's the balance, and as I mentioned, there's no right or wrong answer. This is you showing your train of thought, how you would reason through this. There are strong arguments to be made for either side. I'm more concerned about the rationale for your decision. There's some content down here that will help you think through that. Some readings here, good information. There's a video down here, Russell Brunson and his secret magic box. It is very fascinating. I feel like I need to add in here the ethical element. I don't feel like Russell Brunson's secret magic box adds a lot of value, and in the long run I think that'll catch up to you online. Although Russell Brunson does describe very well the potential, the value of online marketing. As you develop a product idea, I think you'll want a little bit more value than what his secret magic box provides. But it is instructive nonetheless. So there's some content there to help you think through a little bit more deeply the answer to this question, how you should approach coming up with a business idea. The next assignment will be demand and competition. One of the reasons why an online business is so powerful is because you can get onto a search engine like Google and understand right away what the demand is for a certain product idea. You can see how many people are searching for that product idea, how many people would be interested in learning about or needing a certain service. And then you can craft your business ideas around that. That information 20, 30 years ago was extremely difficult to come by, and oftentimes costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to really get into details like that. So to have this at your fingertips free of charge is partly what makes the online business so potent. To do that, you'll need a Google Ads account, and you'll use what's called the Keyword Planner. This gets more and more complicated each semester as we go through more iterations, because Google is constantly updating their interface. They want you to to enter your credit card information to be able to get to this. And while we will later on in the course enter credit card information because we're going to use Google Ads, there is a way to get to this without having to enter credit card information. And that's what these videos are about. If you don't want to deal with all this, you can go ahead and enter your credit card information. They're not going to charge you for using the Keyword Tool Planner. They'll charge you later on for when we actually launch our Google Ads campaign. But these videos will show you how to open the Google Ads account and get to the Keyword Tool Planner. Then you'll read the business case part 2, very similar to what we just read. And what you'll do is open, you'll open a spreadsheet down here. This will have two parts. And many of our assignments moving forward will be like this: a written portion, an essay, and an analysis section, which will include a spreadsheet. So you will do the written portion, where you pretend you're Amy in the group and give a recommendation between two ideas, chess or snowboards. And then, to help inform your decision, you will fill out this sample spreadsheet. I'm going to give you a little preview while this downloads. This is based on ukuleles and guitars, not on chess and snowboards. You will do it for chess and snowboards. But the Keyword Tool Planner in Google will allow you to enter a keyword. It will show you the level of competition, meaning how many different businesses are out there selling ukuleles, or in your case, chess games, chess strategy, or snowboards. You'll come up with your 10 keywords that have to do with chess or snowboards. It'll tell you what the competition level is like. It'll also tell you the monthly impressions, which will tell you the demand. The sweet spot is where you have low competition and high demand. That means that a lot of people are searching for something where there are not a lot of businesses providing that, and that's an area where you could do really well. You don't have to choose an area where there's low competition and high demand. You could go in and compete where there's a lot of competition and feel like you've got a better approach to it. It is difficult to succeed where there's high competition and low demand. So keep an eye. Demand will drive a lot of that. But this spreadsheet with snowboards and chess will help you get an idea for the Keyword Tool Planner. In Project 1, you'll use this for your own business ideas. So this is a really helpful skill to have. And you'll need at least 10 keywords for snowboards and 10 keywords for chess. You want to show the competition and the monthly impression for each keywords. Please note as you use Google Keyword Tool Planner that this example is a little misleading. It shows some round numbers. You will not have round numbers. If you're getting round numbers, you'll need to download the data, or if you're getting a range, sometimes it'll say 1,000 to 5,000. That means you need to download the data. When you download it from the Keyword Tool Planner, you'll get exact impressions. So don't submit a range for those impressions. You want exact impressions for this assignment because you'll need those for Project 1. So that's it for demand and competition. Note that you have a discussion board for each of these. So you'll have an initial discussion board here for your business model and idea generation, and then later on in the week your responses will be due, and then you'll have a discussion board for demand and competition. We'll jump briefly into Project 1. There's an entire video set on this, and so I won't spend a lot of time walking through this because I'll allow the video to do most of the explanation. But this is just the initial tab. Please note there are 9 tabs. You can see all the different tabs. Every once in a while, I shouldn't say every once in a while, about once a semester I'll have a student turn in just this first tab. There are 9 tabs. Please complete all of them. But the idea is that you'll go through and you'll enter a lot of different business ideas, and you'll put in keywords and you'll look at demand and competition. Then what this does is it automatically spits out your top 5 choices. It's really cool how it does that. And then you'll take those top 5 choices and fill out a lot more information about them. And we'll walk you through how to do this in weeks 3 and 4. So you want to get started on this, but also you can be patient as we get into some of the more complex portions of suppliers and information like that. We'll cover some of that in the coming weeks. But the idea is at the very bottom, this will give you a ranked recommendation based on all the information you've given this spreadsheet. It will tell you, here's your top idea, here's your second best idea, here's your third best idea. And then out of those 5 ideas, you tell me which business idea you chose and why. You don't have to choose your number 1 just because the spreadsheet says so. You may have a different reason why you want to do a different idea. But this should help inform your decision as far as how much time you're going to spend, the profit potential, right? How much money you could make off of this, how much it's going to cost you to start the business. All of that information will go into here, and then it will tell you, yeah, this is your best business idea. So a really neat process to go through, a very, very powerful tool. And as I mentioned, there are video segments for each of these. So that's why if I'm going through this fast and you're thinking, whoa, 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 I don't understand that, that's fine. There are videos to walk you through each section of this. And in addition to that, we'll cover these topics in more detail in the coming weeks. So that's project 1, very fun. If you've got a business idea in mind already, great. Use that as one of your ideas and come up with 19 others in that first tab. That'll filter it down to your top 5, and you can go from there and rank your business idea against some others that you might have. Then finally, your weekly reflection. To do this, you will need a blog, a free blog online. Please don't spend money on this. We will spend money on your website eventually, because you will need to purchase a domain name and hosting rights for that. This is just a free blog. There's tons of options out there: WordPress, Weebly, Wix. I'm sure there's another one that starts with a W. Blogspot. I mean, I choose any free blog out there, and then post a blog post and submit your URL as well as your post here. It needs to be 150 words in length, but besides that, this is your own words thinking back on what you learned this week, and this is really a helpful thing to look back on and to see your progress throughout the semester. So that's it. This is I think a more involved week, so a little bit longer video today, but I want to make sure you get a feel for the course, what these assignments look like, and then of course it's important to start on project 1. If you have questions or want me to go into more detail on any of these, please reach out. I'd be happy to help. It's exciting to get into these first couple topics. I think you'll really enjoy using some of these tools and getting your feet wet with online business. Thanks, everyone.